Siman Tes Sif Beis. If somebody cannot get their hands onto a wool beged in order to hang his tzitzis from, and you can only get his hands on something linen, then there's a problem to hang wool tzitzis strings from the linen beged, because that's a problem of shatnez. So what some say that you can do is you can make the corners out of leather or attach leather, just have a leather corner, and that way the tzitzis is not touching the linen garment. So some say that that's okay, but others take issue with it, because since most of the beged is linen, there's still going to be a problem of shatnez. So therefore what you could do is you can just hang linen tzitzis strings from the linen beged. That's for sure no problem. Siv Gimel. The hole that you put the tzitzis through to hang from the garment of the tzitzis, that hole has to be within 3 agudalim from the corner, which means it has to be within around 4 inches from the corner of the beged. That's where you have to hang the tzitzis. Because more than that is not called the corner anymore. If it's further away, if it's more than 4 inches away from the corner, it's not called the corner anymore, and the tzitzis have to hang on the corner. Now what happens if you make the hole further than 4 inches away, and then by tying the strings, now you tightened it, and now the hole is much closer to the end, and it's within 3 agudalim. That's still a problem that's going to be puzzle. Now what happens if after somebody already hung the tzitzis, he realized that the hole is further than 4 inches away from the corner, and now what he wants to do is he wants to cut that hole and make it a wider hole, and now it is close to the end of the beged. That is a problem of tasav v'lo min also. You're not allowed to do that, like we've seen in other places. L'chatchila, it has to be made bekashrus when the tzitzis are being hung. Now also the hole that's at the end of the beged, that's on the corner of the beged that you're hanging the tzitzis on, that hole, not only can it not be too far away, but it cannot be too close to the corner either. It has to be a little bit of a shear away from the corner also. Now, like we said, what happens if you hang it at a normal shear? The shear is kosher, but then when you tighten it, now it's very, very close to the edge, so maybe you'll think that that's a problem. No, that's not a problem. As long as when you hung the tzitzis, they're in a makam kosher, then even if you tighten it, it's very close to the end, it's still going to be kosher. And finally, there are certain people that have the minig to have 2 holes which they put the tzitzis into, with the tzitzis strings into. They have 2 holes instead of 1 hole, and whatever your minig is, you can follow.